Hey guys, welcome to 9mm Ridge. Today we're bringing back the Smith Wesson M&P 22 Magnum. Super fun gun. You may have seen my first two videos on it, which you can watch right here. And you can also watch the 600 round update right here. But now we're going towards 1,000 rounds today. So we have 100 more rounds. I've shot in between videos to bring it up to closer to 1,000 rounds. So we're going to try that out. So as you can see, it's very dirty still on the inside. A lot of grime and grit from 22. I haven't done any cleaning to it at all since my first video. The only thing I did before my first video was put some oil on it and kind of take it apart, wipe off the factory grease, oil it up, and I haven't done anything to it since. So it's been very reliable after 250 rounds. Took 250 rounds to break in. Then after that, it's been so far flawless up to this point. So we have 100 more rounds to shoot through it today. So stick around and let's see if it can make it to 1,000 rounds. All right, here's the first magazine. Let's see how well it does. It was getting a little sticky towards 900 rounds. But we'll see if it cycles well today. So far, so good. All right, here we go. First shots. We're going to go towards 1,000 today. See how it shoots here. This thing is incredible. Every time I shoot it, I have so much fun shooting it. It's just so reliable. Well, after that first 250 rounds. The first 250 rounds did have some issues. It kind of would stick and hang up, and you kind of had to pull the slide back a little bit and then kind of give it a little shove and it would go in. But man, after that 250 rounds, it has ran absolutely flawless, not one issue. So yeah, let's go on to the next magazine here. All right. So this is the CCI Maxi mags we're using. They've been run really good. I've ran pretty much everything through it. Hornady, critical defense. I've ran some of the lighter weight ammo through it as well, like I think it's 28 grain. These are all, I believe these are 40 grain Maxi mags. But yeah, it's ran everything absolutely flawlessly. So I'm very trusting of this, especially since I haven't cleaned it at all during that 1,000 rounds. Just some lube on it, and that was it. So yeah, serrations feel really good on it. I really like how easy it is to rack. It's very simple to rack. It does have a nice fiber optic sight as well, and you can mount the Holosun series red dots on there with no plate at all, so that's really nice. It's just a direct mount right to the slide. All right, let's shoot this one up here, see how well it'll function like that. Oh, it's having a little bit of a hard time. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's try a little one-handed shooting here. All right, not one jam or malfunction. Well, besides the beginning a little bit there when I was trying to put it in the chamber going upwards instead of just flat. That was not a big deal to me, but yeah, no issues at all. Let me load up one more magazine and we'll see if we make it completely with no issues to 1,000 rounds. So one thing I've learned with this magazines when you load them is that you want to load those cartridges kind of side by side. So you don't want them to double over the top of each other. I just put them on left and right each time you load a new one in there. So it seems to help it function correctly. And it's not like a huge deal, so you don't have to be too finicky or anything, but it just seems to work way better that way. All right, now we're going to check to see how heavy that trigger is. It's unloaded and clear. So we'll give it a try here. This is the Pullman trigger gauge. See if I can get it on there very well. 3.84. So our average is about 3.3 pounds. So that's a really nice trigger on this. All right, we're going to do another mag with it, but first I want to kind of show you the safety on it. The safety is actually really nice. It's easy to manipulate with the side of your thumb or with the front of your thumb. And then it does have a nice little little safety blade right there as well. So it won't go off if you hit the side of it. You do have to depress that little blade, and then really nice flat break right there. It has a little bump to keep it flat when you pull the trigger. So great trigger on it. And then does have a Picatinny rail on there if you want to mount a light as well, because this will make a good home defense gun for someone who has problems with recoil. This literally has nothing for recoil. So people who have an issue with the wrists or having a hard time racking a slide, this is actually very, very easy and super light recoil. So it's nothing, very controllable to handle. So, all right, let's do another mag here. I got a mag and a half left, and we'll make it to 1,000 rounds with no issues. Of course, I did have issues for the first 250 rounds, but after that little break-in, it's been absolutely flawless. So, all right, see, it's getting a little sticky. I haven't cleaned it at all, but it's still running. So here we go. All right, let's try it out here. All right, so yeah, half a mag left, and it'll make it to 1,000 rounds with no major issues at all. So that's really impressive, actually, because I haven't done anything to this since I first got it. Took it out of the box, threw some oil on it, and that was it. So yeah, let's try the rest of this magazine here, see how well it performs. Let's try it upside down again, see if it'll go this time. There it goes. All right, and here we go. Let's do a little more of those small targets right there. So accurate. Woo! And there's 1,000 rounds out of the Smith Wesson M&P 22 Magnum. Wow, so very reliable. I fully trust this gun now. I mean, be able to run when it's that dirty. I haven't done anything to it, and if you kind of take a look inside the slide, there's not much oil left inside the rails, just a little tiny bit, and it is filthy throughout the whole thing. But man, yeah, this thing functions extremely well, and it has a really good grip on it. I actually really like the grip. Unlike some 22 Magnums on the market, they're very fat or they're in a revolver. This one doesn't have that. It feels like a nice, more of a 1911 style grip. It has a nice cutout for your finger right there, and then just a textured, really good textured feel in your hand. So it isn't really rough, but when you grip it, it does kind of bite into your skin a little bit to get a good firm grip on it. And then yeah, the magazines are awesome. I haven't had any problems with the magazines at all, and the thumb release works really well. I don't even have to manipulate my hand to get over to that thumb release. I don't have to push my whole hand over to the side to get to it. I can actually just push it when I'm going forward. Doesn't get in the way when you're firing at all, but yeah, feels really good. And then this, because it has a tempo barrel system, so it has a rotating barrel that pushes back. So this is actually not the barrel itself, but a sleeve. And then the barrel is inside, and the barrel has rings around it. And there's a little port on the front of the barrel that pushes the gas backwards, so that barrel will actually shift back and forth, which gives it more reliability. So very, very interesting design, and obviously a very good design, because this thing has been absolutely perfect. All right, guys, that's it. That is the Smith & Wesson 22 Magnum 1,000 round review. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to 9mm Ridge, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Guys, I love you. Stay safe. Keep on shooting. Have a great day.